planning a 100-mile run. I'm going to do it, I don't know, but it's the end of my rest week. I'm up to about 30 miles a week, and I had this idea. Well, I'd done a 50-mile a couple of years back, and 56 now, not getting any younger, so I thought to myself, on another challenge, and that challenge is coming in the way of 100 miles. As you get older, your personal best drop, like your times. So I want another personal best, and a personal best, only way to get personal best is to run longer distance. And I think that is probably true with a lot of more mature athletes, because obviously you slow down over time, so I thought that would be a perfect opportunity to go for a 100-mile run. So keep your ears open for this space. Hopefully it's I can fulfill my dream. Trouble is, running these days is if you get injured, it takes a longer time to recover. Also, I've got a family as well, which I don't really want to sacrifice time with them. So obviously training for 100 miles is a bit different from training for a marathon. A marathon's a lot of training, but 100 miles is a lot more. The runs I'm doing are all off-road, so as you can see around me, it's quite closed in. Sometimes it's quite tricky running like that, but hey, can't make excuses, can you? Let's get on with that. Used to be a lookout post for a old Cold War, I want to say bunker, but it's not a bunker. It's an old launch site for Thor missiles, nukes. I think it was about used in the 50s and 60s maybe during the Cold War. There's quite a lot of activity around Suffolk and during the Cold War. What with I think it's Woodbridge and Barnum, Gorse, where Blue Danube was, which is I think it's the first nuclear strike place. It's all history though, isn't it? But I run past there on one of my long runs, which is today. Hopefully getting 15-18 miles today. It's beautiful. It's all pretty much off-road, as you can see. Beautiful morning. It's about 6:45 now. It's really cool for a change. It's been really hot last night. It seemed to have cooled down overnight. It's always nice to get out in the morning early, just to sort of catch the cooler air. I do run in the afternoons as well, but sometimes it's just stifling. This 18-mile run, it's got, like I was saying earlier, it's got the Cold War bunker and launch site back there, and then little bit later on, it's got Henry Watson pottery, which is quite a nice building. It used to be an old pottery kiln. This is one of my favourite runs. It's all it's about 18 miles. It's mainly off road. It's probably about a mile on the road. Well, lanes, they're not roads. So it's quite it's quite a safe one. I like running on my own. Sometimes it's not good if you sort of turn an ankle or anything. So I always set my beacon on me Strava just for safety's sake. A little bit of peace of mind. Always carry plenty of water. Always carry like a space blanket or a extra top and a waterproof jacket as well. I've learned from being in the mountains that it might feel warm now, but once you stop for 20 minutes you can soon cool down pretty quick. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but over there's a deer. He's got his head stuck out the corn. Hard to see really. It blends in with the corn. Or wheat even. You can see their trails all over the place. He's gone now. He's ducked down. Yeah. Suffolk. Part of the breadbasket of England. Or farming. Anyway, if anybody's got any sort of tips or on training long distance, I know you just got to run the miles, but if anybody's got any good ideas or anything, I'll be grateful to hear about them. If you didn't know these areas, you could easily get lost. Yeah, loads of footpaths intertwine, crossing over, and if you don't know your way, then you can easily get lost. That's why it's nice to have a guide sometimes, so you can just focus on your running rather than worrying about getting lost. Mind you, you can soon find a road. I think we're always sort of about a mile away from a road, so in any direction. So just stick to the tracks and you'll find your way out. Whew. This is one of them classic places. Footpaths everywhere. Loads of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take this one. That's beautiful. Don't know what it is about a baled field. I think it just reminds me of autumn's on its way. I shouldn't say that, summer's only just started. Summer holidays only just started. But that's when that sort of change in the air comes and everything. And one of my favourite times of year, autumn. It's cooling down, nice for longer runs, faster runs. Don't get me wrong, I do love this time of year. I love spring as well. But autumn is definitely my favourite time of year. Changing the colours, it's great. There's the pottery kiln down here. It's all downhill for a while. quite nice to have a bit of a break from being on tracks, well, across fields. Great thing about running on uneven ground, it helps with the proprioception in your ankles and that makes your ankles stronger, don't twist so much. Anyway, this is a pottery here. There's pottery here. Half marathon is halfway. I've got a little bit further to go today, so that's probably about a third of the way today. All downhill. Great thing about running the margins of woodland and fields is you see so much wildlife. Just see about 4 deer going into the woods. They obviously saw me. I spooked them. It's quite open here. Now they've harvested the fields and that. But yeah, you do when you get on a run like this. It's one of the inspiring things is seeing all nature. And there's a lot about that we just miss all the time. Sort of live in our little boxes, and so much around us. I'll tell you what, I've not seen how many hours I've been running. Well, it's been a slow run today, walk run, done 8 miles, and there's just not a soul around. And I'd like to say that it was unique to this time of the day, but it's not. Every time of the day I go for a run, 18 miles, 1 or 2 people you might see. Obviously you wouldn't see any cars because not on the road. But yeah, you thought then, but you loads more people walking around and enjoying the countryside. Funny how they all go to like the big parks, Lake District, Peak District, up in the mountains. There's so much to offer in Suffolk as well, and Norfolk. So quiet, apart from me of course, scaring all the animals. It closes down in a minute and then it goes into a little bit of woodland. Right on the margins of woodland, it's sort of like it is now, woodland on the right, and then trees on the left, and then field. Again, there's so many footpaths, bridle paths, so there's a byway this way. You've got a footpath across there. There we go. Opens up again. Bit gnarly and technical. Obviously no downhills, no mountains, but big old ankle twisters. Big old Suffolk skies, love them. I know it's pretty much all the same-ish, but I still think it's beautiful. That's all I got. It's out of woodland. Now I'm on the road. I'm going to have a Coke and a tick check. Just make sure I haven't picked anything nasty up. Proper corn. Whew. Always freaks me out at night when I'm running. I've always got that visions of Children of the Corn in my head. If anybody's seen that film, they know what I mean. 2/3 of the way there. Been a while. Just over 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is a round route. Single loop. Seems like the sun's behind me all the time. I don't know what that is. Probably because it's coming up and moving around. Feeling okay though. Still feeling good. A bit hungry. Might stop for something to eat a minute. This corn is going on forever and ever. I don't know if anybody has ever seen the Giles cartoons of the horses and that. A lot of it's autumn, but I think that's all Suffolk skies. Suffolk's not as flat as some counties, but it's reasonably flat. It's quite rolling, but you can see for miles and miles. Yeah, that's why I love it. It's just open, sense of freedom, particularly when you're doing all these rides and bridleways. There's nobody about, and it's just so open, so free. Don't know if you can see it, but there's a buzzard up there being trying to find a few thermals. Another field of corn. End of the corn. It's 15 miles. Running out of time. Got other appointments, so I'm going to cut this short, I think. Still going to do 16 miles, I think, rather than 18. I think I'll go through the woodland on the way back. Still really cool. So yeah, it's alright though. I am enjoying it. Just got other things on my mind now and the rest of the day. Don't know what's happened since I took this cut the 2 miles off. Feel like I'm walking on wet sand or trudging through quicksand. Whew. I think I've run out of carbs. That's a good learning curve. That got me to 16 miles. See if we can just push it a little bit more. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. If you like this video, I'll try and do some more, but I'm in the woods now, just going to enjoy it. Different habitat again. I'm going to see if I can do a river run the next time. It's always nice by the rivers. Only thing is you get loads of stinging nettles. But that's exhilarating. Anyway, like I said, signing off. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe. No pressure.